Hey everyone, it's Simon Rollings here from The Complete Presenter, and today we are here to talk about what not to do when it comes to managing expectations. And this brings me back a few years when I bought a ticket for the Euro Millions lottery. And I don't know if anyone's like me, but when I buy a ticket, and I actually only buy them when it goes over 50 million, not because I'd be unhappy with anything like 49 million would still be great. Any million, quite frankly, I'd be very happy with. So if you're watching this and you are stinking rich, feel free to throw me some millions. I'd be well happy with that. But just to make sure I'm not spending all my money on lottery tickets, when it goes over 50 million, that's when I buy the ticket. So I'd done that online, and I'd had the immediate thinking of like, what would I do? I think it was around 84 million, I think, from memory. And if you're like me, you can't help but, like, once you've bought the ticket, start having a little fantasy for a few minutes about what you do with that money. So I'd gone to bed, fingers crossed, all that sort of stuff. I woke up in the morning and checked my phone, and the very first email I got, and I kid you not, to the day I die, I remember the wording of this email. The subject header was, "Simon, we have some exciting news about your ticket." Now, imagine you'd bought a ticket for the Euro Millions and it was £84 million. Straight away, I got very excited, and I just started thinking, "Oh, like I've won! Like, clearly I've won!" And so in the email it said, check into your, again it repeated, we've got some exciting news about your ticket. Log in now. So I kind of started shaking, having a full stress response, thinking this was a real thing. I logged into my account and saw that I had won £4.63. So under normal circumstances, I'd have been all right with winning £4.63, but the fact that they'd put, "We've got some exciting news about your ticket," and left it artfully vague, was just a terrible way of managing my expectations. I was devastated to not only have not won the jackpot, to have only won £4.63. So for me, that will always stick in my mind as perhaps the worst manager of expectations there possibly could be. Now, as it turns out, I actually got another email. I did for those that are aware and that are based in Europe, the rollover just kept happening in the Euro Millions. And last week it got up to, I think it was 180 million was when I bought a ticket last Tuesday, and received an email in the morning. And thankfully, the lottery have sorted themselves out, because this time I'll make sure I got it right. The actual subject title was, "Simon, you've won a prize on the lottery," which is fine. That's the perfect way of doing it. So not the prize on the lottery or jackpot. You've won a prize on the lottery. And again, the email said log into your account, and I logged in. And I'd actually won £30, which was the right turn up. And because I wasn't expecting to have won 180 million, I was perfectly happy with that. So it's really, really important when we think about, particularly when we're writing things down. So in these days of more emails and messages on Teams and chat and all that sort of stuff, really think quite carefully about what you write and how you write it, and particularly how it's going to be received by the other party, because we might be just bashing messages out, not realizing that someone is going to have an expectation based upon what we've written. So perhaps just before you hit send, and even before you say anything, but particularly before you hit send, if it's something written down, just think, could this be misread? Am I about to massively mismanage someone's expectations? And if the answer is yes, perhaps reword it. So thank you to the lottery for doing that, because it did mean that I didn't have yet another instance where I thought I'd won a huge amount of money. But nonetheless, that first instance will always stick in my mind. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have, please do like and share and follow. And indeed, if you've got any examples of when someone has, or a company has massively mismanaged your expectations, I would love to hear them. So please do comment below. That would be excellent. Talking of comments below, I'll make sure that either in the description or in a comment, I'll put the link to our free Facebook group called Complete Presenters, which is a place where if you want to kind of carry on this type of conversation and be able to post any questions for me to answer or for any of the group, then you'd be most welcome over there. It's for all things to do with influential communications. So whether that's presenting, gravitas, confidence, negotiation, you name it, if it's to do with kind of influencing and compelling others, that is what we're going to be talking about in the group, or what we are talking about in the group. So yeah, I'll put the link there if you're interested. If not, I'll be back here in a week or so's time with another tip. So thank you very much and enjoy your week. Cheers.